Okay.
And just to remind everybody, this particular piece of cardboard that you're using normally would be 3 times as thick. It would be a
foam core sandwich.
Where it would be one cake board, foam core, and then the other cake board.
Yeah.
So about 3 times that thick.
Yeah. Now, because the bottom of this is going to be made with rice cereal treats, not cake, because you can't suspend cake upside down, but you can suspend rice cereal treats upside down. I'm not too concerned about this. We have a lot of glue on here, but we are going to coat it.
That's probably good.
Yeah, we are going to coat it with chocolate.
And I just heard the microwave
Beep,
go on
yeah.
and off, so that was...
I know. I'll come back to that.
That's your chocolate? That's your melting chocolate?
That's my melting chocolate.
Gotcha.
All right. Grab a fork so I can... So you can see here, I've really... Can you see that? I'm trying to get a good angle.
Yeah, hang on a second. That's good right there.
Okay. You can see that?
Yep, we got it. And
Okay.
show it straight onto the camera too, because this is not... Your board isn't this way and your cardboard that way. It's kind of different. See that?
Well, because this is his back end.
Right, that's his back end.
So I want him to be off center.
So right at this point, we still have a front end and back end. We know where he is.
You will always have, cakes always have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We already know, because even the phalange, which you buried, of course.
Well, because his leg sticks out this way.
Right.
If it were
that's why there's,
that way, he'd be dancing this way.
That's why there's more. It's not centered. There's more.
Yeah, because I want his
back
little
end.
butt to be
There you go.
sticking out.
There we
right?
go. Gotcha.
For his dancing leg. Okay, let me stir my chocolate. All of this, in order to make it food safe, I'm going to coat it with melted chocolate. Because the melted chocolate's going to adhere on here. It's going to be the barrier between my cake and my PVC pipe. And it's going to make these food safe. I don't need to cover this because I'm going to have, the cake is going to sit on a board, and these are already food safe. Oh, look, my sous chef is handing me my chocolate. Okay. So I've melted my white chocolate. You can use regular dark chocolate. I just like white because it's white PVC. I don't know. I have no idea why I do white chocolate. I have no reason.
No
I
good
just did
reason
white.
anyway.
So what you do is I just take a paintbrush and I just start painting it on. And you have to give it a few coats because you want to make sure that there's a lot of barrier between your cake and all that hot glue and the PVC. So I'm not worried about the top of this board because, like I said, this is a cake board. Cake is meant to sit on here. So I'm going to slide my cake on here, but I am going to cover a good chunk of where all the hot glue was.
And that's a special, very, very special cake decorating paintbrush?
I have paintbrushes that I've bought that I only use for cake decorating. I don't think there is such a thing as a special cake decorating paintbrush, but if you have brushes, only use those for cake decorating. Don't go painting acrylic paint and then back in the kitchen.
So basically the word is dedicated.
Yes.
That's all we
the
need.
word.
You can use any paintbrush you want, anytime you want. But
as long as it's a dedicated paintbrush.
Yeah.
So I've painted one coat. I'm going to let that dry. You can see it's not complete. I mean, I've covered it all, but it's not thick. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom part. Oops.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is another tip.
So basically, even your PVC is going to taste good.
Yes. I'm not too concerned with the board because it is going to be covered. I'm going to cover it, but I don't like drips. So I did drip a little bit, so I'm wiping that off, and then I'm going to cover my board.
Monika is using aluminum foil.
Yes. You can get this at any grocery store. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cover my board like this.
Cool.
So I'm going to paint all this with a coat of chocolate.
Nice. And now feel to drip. Feel?
Yeah.
Feel free.
I'll feel to drip.
Feel free to drip all you like.
Anywhere on the board. So, again, this is all going to be covered with Rice Krispie treat down here, but I'm covering the whole thing with my chocolate.
Or crispy rice treats if we don't want to get sued.
We don't want to get sued. Crispy rice or rice cereal treats. That's the technical term.
Yeah.
Rice cereal.
Rice Krispie treats, cereal rice treats.
All right.
It's all good.
So I'm coating this completely with chocolate. White chocolate, painting it all up. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. And then I'm gonna have to do underneath the board as well, because you saw all of that hot glue I had on there. Now, technically, I honestly don't think I'm gonna build up crispy cereal treats under here.
Just say it, I don't care.
I honestly don't think people eat that. But you don't want to be responsible if somebody breaks off a piece of glue when they're eating the piece you don't think they're going to eat.
Yeah.
So always better safe than sorry.
Yep.
It's a step that you have to take.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to coat
Unless
this.
it's for your friends or family and you don't
And
like,
you can tell, or you
don't
can
like
just,
all your family.
yeah, I mean, if you're doing it for your friends and family and you can just say, look, don't eat this.
Yeah.
This is not for you to eat. And then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're doing it as a sold cake, you want no liability, so you coat it. And you don't have to coat the entire board, you just have to coat the glue. Because the board, again, is food safe, but hot glue, not so much.
Not so much.